Well, good afternoon. My apologies to start that I don't speak Spanish. I have trouble also with English, so I hope you'll bear with me. I want to thank the representatives from the government, from private sector, Neil Reardon, my old new friend, for inviting me. This is my first trip to Panama, and I'm hugely excited to be here and to contribute to this very important meeting. So this is my obligatory disclosure. I started a company called Osiris Therapeutics. I've been divorced from Osiris for a number of years. That means that I steal some of their data to talk about the science, but I'm not a consultant or a salesperson for Osiris, although there'll be a point where you think I'm selling their products. I also started a company called Cell Bank Technologies. I'll tell you a little bit about that, and I have no other conflicting areas. So I want to start with this slide because it's a very important slide. It plots the number of scientists as a function on the bottom scale of the R&D as a function of gross national product. And you can see this big, huge blue ball is the United States. We have a huge industry in the United States, and the government and private sector contributes huge amounts of money to this new technology. If you look in the lower left-hand corner, you can see the Americas, and Brazil in particular has a very small percentage of its gross national product committed to R&D. But I think that the important aspect is that every country, in order for it to develop its own innate technologies, has to make centralized investments. And I think what's going on in Panama is the right way to start. I think Panama needs to increase and steal some money from those ships that are coming through the canal to increase the technology base and to encourage the formation of high-tech jobs for its citizens. And it's a way in which a Central American company, a Central American country can actually come into its own and establish its own identity amongst the world's technology base. So I want to make two other important points. One is insulin has been used for over 100 years to treat diabetes. Insulin will not cure diabetes. Likewise, nitroglycerin has been used for angina since the 1880s. It will not cure or affect the defects that the heart pain are telling us. Stem cells and the stem cell industry, both in academia and private sector, have an opportunity actually to cure these diseases, and that's what we're going to talk about this afternoon. The FDA in the United States and the regulatory agencies in Europe regulate cell-based therapies as if they are drugs. This doesn't make good sense. You can take a mass spectrum of a drug and show that it's 100% pure. You can't take a mass spectrum of a cell and identify anything in that cell. So regulating an industry by the standards of drugs for this new emerging cell-based industry, these new biologics, for me, needs to be reevaluated. And so my colleagues and I, Mike West and Andy von Eschenbach, have proposed what we call progressive approval. In this case, you do a safety study, phase 1. You don't do phase 2, you don't do phase 3. The government and the regulatory agencies approve the product for sale so that small companies where real innovative technology exists, small companies can have a cash flow and can actually support what we would call a phase 4 post-marketing follow-up study where the regulatory agency would determine what parameters will be measured. And I think the innovative piece of this is that all of the patient data that's acquired be put on a publicly accessible website in real time protecting the identity of the patient, but all of the positive aspects of any technology can then be viewed when they reach statistical significance. It'll be obvious. And also when there are adverse events, guys like me off somewhere else looking at the internet can help find out what caused the adverse events. And in this case, the whole scientific and medical community can be involved in all of these clinical trials and all of this new technology. This is a proposal that will be made to the FDA, will be made to the European Parliament, and I think Panama is a place where this could take place today, and you could show a leadership position. So I'm lobbying with the appropriate governmental authorities to have an open mind about new ways to regulate technology, because the technology is becoming very complicated.